Alright, YouTube, back again for another update. I know it's usually 2-3 weeks, but weekend after the last one, we went up to a train show, the Great Train Expo in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Didn't mention it because I usually don't know if we're going to make it until the day of the show. And I also got an order from Charlie that I thought I wasn't going to be placing for a while, so I didn't mention the show on the last update. But anyways, the stuff's here, so this will probably be 2 parts, again, and I'll probably ramble, so I apologize in advance. But first up, show purchases. Alright, first thing is an all-brass CMX track clean tank car. What you got is you got a fill cap and you got a control valve. What you do is you turn this and it actually drips out on that little pad, and it's got a scrubber. It scrubs your rails. And I'm telling you right now, this is the best thing I have ever come across. Okay? Broadway Limited is extremely good with sound decoders. They've gotten so bad with their track, I could barely run it all in the yard. The track was so dirty. And we scrubbed the heck out of this track after we weathered it. And I scrubbed the heck out of it again with the Bright Boy and a Pico track cleaner that I nearly shredded because I was scrubbing so hard. Plus a whole bottle of alcohol. So I put this on. Believe it or not, that's how much grime I got. I mean, look at that. This is crazy. Right there. That was only after 3 passes around the layout. Okay, so this thing cleans like nothing else. It's $150, so a little pricey. But that's probably because this is all brass construction and this functions like an actual tank car. This actually holds track cleaning fluid. I read an article, and basically all your abrasive blocks, all your track clean fluids, they leave one form or another of gunk behind, and most of them leave something out. They don't get something. Whether it's dirt, gunk from locomotive tires, plastic wheel sets, whatever. So this thing, you put some denatured alcohol in here, it goes on, it cleans because of the pad. The pad's the best I've ever seen. And the denatured alcohol evaporates and it gets everything off the rail. Everything. Period. So I love this. This is one of the best purchases I have ever made for the layout. Okay? So fully worth the 150. Alright? Actually, it's probably worth more like $200. But worth every penny. I promise you. So that's the first thing. Next thing, I picked these up. They're Aspirin Blue Box reefers, custom weathered with weathered couplers and metal wheel sets in trucks. So those were only $5 a piece. That was pretty good. The next thing I picked up was, hold on a second, sorry. I got a low battery, so this is hooked up to this cord off. A Walther's 25-foot wood caboose, Chesapeake, Ohio. This is the exact same prototype as the Hawking had. Same window arrangement, everything. All I've got to do now is renumber and re-letter it. So, and of course give it a weathering job. But that's what we got as far as rolling stock from the show. The big ticket item we got, well, not big ticket, the big quantity item was ballast. We got some medium ballast cinders. That's going to come in real handy. We got some coarse brown. Actually, that would look good for ore loads. come to think of it. And then in the gray and the buff, we've got fine, medium, and coarse. Well, okay, this one's a gray blend, but fine, medium, coarse. And the buff is what I have on my siding. So I think it looks good. I think I'll use one of the grays for the main line all the way around to just differentiate. So that's what we got from the show. It was a good haul, not a bad show. There were a fair number of vendors and a fair number of display layouts. So it was pretty nice. Okay, so Charlie's order. Two things have been kind of holding me up. I've run out of styrene for building interiors, and I've been needing couplers and metal wheel sets. So I figured since I went to all this trouble cleaning the track, I might as well change out the wheel sets. So I got a box of 100 33-inch Intermountain wheel sets. As you see, 100 filled that thing. I already went through a bunch of them. So what I've been doing is I've been taking my older cars, like this one. It's just the 70s Aspirin tank car. And I just swapped out the wheel sets, gave them a little weathering, gave the trucks a little weathering. Actually, Mom painted them brown, and then I came back and highlighted with rust. Haven't done the paint body yet, but that's getting there. Let's see, what else did I order? Oh, yeah. 2 more bottles of zinc cement. Woodland Scenics. I'm getting toward the end of my other bottle from Charlie, so that was a welcome relief. And then the next thing I got, also cleaned up my workbench a little bit. Next thing I got was a pack of 040 sheet styrene, and I've got some scraps left over there. I run out of stuff to do any significant amount of styrene work, like a building interior, but that's fixed, so that's pretty nice. The plan is to get this unloading pit finished right here. I'll mention that in a little bit. But do that, and then I'm going to start down here, get the freight house finished, because the freight house goes right here. Interior for the yard, get an interior for my yard office. Okay, sorry about that. There you go. Freight house is going to go right here. At least that's the plan. Gotta adjust myself. Sorry for the shakiness. Freight house there. Get an interior for that. Get an interior for my yard office. Then once I do that, we can come back and we can start in on scenicking the whole area, that strip from the track all the way over to the joint in the tabletop right there. So we're going to take these gravels, we'll blend them to create a blend for road shoulders. And obviously one of those colors will get used up on the main. So let's see, blue. Actually, that's it. As far as purchases go, so it was pretty nice. Pretty nice. One thing I need now is some conductive paint, and I can start in on adding resistors to my wheel sets. But right now I wanted to get those plastic wheels tossed in the trash bin and replace them with metal. So, alright, I'm going to call this stop, And I'll come back for part 2 and show you what I actually did on the layout itself. So stay tuned for that.